Brother Ealric, awaken.
I'd best not keep the abbess waiting.
I know the journey was hard on you, so I'll let you sleep through the dawn prayer.
Good morning, abbess. Thank you.
Now, the sun is rising. You must not miss prime.
I appreciate the reprieve and the awakening.
Call it a weakness. Your father's name will be a stone around your neck in Ely. You've a difficult path ahead of you, I'm afraid.
Yes, abbess.
Well, there's nothing to be done about it. Better you prove yourself early than risk becoming the subject of gossip.
I will, abbess.
You may break your fast in the kitchen with the others once your prayers are concluded. We don't frown on piety here, brother. Should you wish to stay at chapel to pray to the Lord once your duties are concluded, you may be assured that food will be available to you, as long as you go to the kitchen before terce.
That's mid-morning?
Precisely, my son.
Church testimonies. Religion and magic. Priests, monks, and nuns who survived Norse raids recorded their experiences on parchment. Their moving testimonies would shape later generations' understanding of the Vikings, but should be read with a critical eye. Press cross learn more. Press circle close. Church testimonies. Church testimony.
I must not miss prime.
Yet these scriptures are there as a guide, my son. When reading them, we must listen also for the voice of God.
What is monastic prayer? Press circle close. It consists primarily of psalms supplemented by hymns, readings, and other prayers and antiphons prayed at fixed prayer times. Together with the Mass, it constitutes the official public prayer life of the Church. The Liturgy of the Hours also forms the basis of prayer within Christian monasticism. Liturgy of the Hours, press circle close. The Liturgy of the Hours, Latin, Liturgia Horarum, or Divine Office, Latin, Officium Divinum, or Work of God, Latin, Opus Dei, or Canonical Hours, often referred to as the Breviary, is the official set of prayers marking the hours of each day and sanctifying the day with prayer. Canonical hours, press circle close. In the practice of Christianity, canonical hours mark the divisions of the day in terms of fixed times of prayer at regular intervals.
Pater noster, qui es in caelis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum. Fiat voluntas tua, sicut in caelo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitti nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris. Et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Amen.
The art of illumination. Law and justice. Ecclesiastics, or members of the Church, believed that decoration highlighted the value of a written text. Illumination, or the inclusion of splendid and complex paints, was reserved for the most special and important manuscripts. Relics and saints. Religion and magic. A relic is an object considered sacred because of its connection to a saint, a holy person close to God. A relic could be something the saint had owned or touched. It could also be their finger, their skull, or even their tongue. Press cross learn more. Relics and saints, according to the Church.
stone. Here a hand, where are you?
Photogravure. Level design. Paid to stare at a wall all day, anyone's dream job. Press cross learn.
Photogrammetry isn't just a very hard word to say, it's also an innovative technique for in-game textures. Determined to illustrate accurate surfaces, the graphics team travelled to England to capture every inch of stone walls and pavements, sometimes for 12 hours straight. A 3-metre wall would take 250 pictures, stitched together by specialised software. The final result is a 3D file with colours and depths, designed into tileable textures. These textures are then used by level artists and modellers to add onto buildings. To push the realism further, the graphics team also added uneven silhouettes with protruding stones, slate angles and damaged areas.
Time to eat.
And there she was an abbess, and then used to wear woolen garments. But she rarely bathed in hot
A
water
strict diet.
except before Easter,
Religion and magic.
before the 50th day.
A strict diet. Fasting. Image credits. A feast illustrates.
And before the day of Christ's baptism. And during the day, she rarely had a meal.
Are you well, Brother Oswin?
We must have silence at the Lord's table.
Brother!
Very well. Take him to the infirmary if you must. But the bishop shall hear of your defiance.
Tell me, Oswin, where does it hurt?
Everywhere, brother. It's like there's fire in my veins.
I will find a way to ease your pain. I promise. I must find the monk in charge. Father Bertwald, was it?
I hope you can treat that patient yourself. God, in his infinite wisdom, only gave me 2 hands.
The patient speaks of fire in the veins, Father.
An uncommon ailment, and one I don't know by heart. The scribes often copy remedies in the scriptorium. You may be able to find something there to aid you. But if not, Sister Winifred will be able to help.
Yes, Father. Scriptorium. Right, I remember where that was.
Take a leap of faith. World. Rebuilding the past from the ground up. Press.
As the monastery of Ely had been destroyed, level designers and artists had to draw their inspiration elsewhere. More specifically, from the Saint-Martin du Canigou Abbey in France. Despite the construction being 2 centuries older than AC Valhalla's time period, it offered interesting architecture for the players to enjoy. Atop a hill for great scenery, a cloister to clear the perspective, and the bell tower to provide an iconic viewpoint. Finally, an underground tunnel was added, a unique feat perfect for a surprise attack. But some things remain accurate. Several eels were placed in the waters circling the monastery, a nod to the feature that gave it its name.
Take a leap of faith. Parchment, made to last. Science. Parchment, a writing material, was made by soaking, scraping, and drying animal skins into a flexible, resistant sheet. While paper falls apart over time in colder climates, parchment can endure for centuries. Parchment, made to image credits, a depiction. Ely, a monastery for all. Religion and magic. Ely was among the monasteries that welcomed both men and women. Ely's founder was determined to offer a retreat to anyone, no matter their gender, who wanted to take up the religious life. Ely, a monastery. Image credit.
Can I help you, brother?
Elf Hickey, press circle close, the eye is yellow.
No. No.
The Four Humors. Science. The theory of the four humors dates back to classical Greece. It holds that the human body is made from four elements: air, fire, water, and earth. Each has its own associated bodily fluid, or humor, which can shape one's personality. The four humors, the humor blood was. Image credits. Blood flux, press circle close, clasps in the upper part of the belly or in the nether. Mickle sore and inflation of the inwards. Frequent and often bloody evacuation due to infirmity of the rope gut or colon. Those, and even more, are the tokens of dysentery.
No.
Vivid pain of the side, press circle close, very strong and vicious fever. A heap of sore on either side. Frequent cough and dryness of the tongue. Those tokens, or any akin to them, convey the presence of a liver disease.
Oh, let me just... Ah, no.
Ich hjerne elve thu harvest. Nan osne mot haben this ne.
Yellow disease, press circle close, the sudden growth of humor, either red, white, yellow or black. The body gains in bitterness and becomes as yellow as the good silk. Swarthy veins under the tongue. Those tokens you will associate to jaundice.
No luck. I'll have to ask Sister Winifred. Sister Winifred! I've looked but can't find a remedy. Tell me, what is the cure for fire in the veins?
A dire challenge, indeed. Oakes' recipe for pain should aid us here. You will need double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and wormwood. Though with the raids nearby of late and the early first frost, you may have trouble with the latter.
Is there anything that can replace it?
Well, I have heard that dust from a relic can have miraculous properties. We're blessed here in Ely to have several. Perhaps if you gather some, the saints will intercede on your patient's behalf.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. Double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and the dust of a relic. Should be simple enough.
The scriptorium. Art and culture. The Latin word scriptorium described the room where monks and nuns copied and created manuscripts. Over time, it would become one of the most important places in the monastery. The scriptorium, image credits, the evangelist Matthew. Medieval Christian medicine. Science. Medicine consisted of observing a patient's symptoms and deciding how to treat them. When seeking to heal disease, people looked to both herbal and supernatural remedies. Medieval Christian image credits, a sick man being telling time. Science. People in the early Middle Ages understood time very differently than they do today. Some medieval scholars saw time as a creation of God. Time also gave rhythm and structure to people's lives. Telling time, image credits, 8.
They might have ale in the kitchens. £1. 3 to find.
Elder Quickhelm was the best at Olamakian.
The relics are kept at the back of the chapel.
Oh.
That's 2. Halfway done. The nuns had set up to gather honey round here.
A life of prayer. Religion and magic. The life of a monk or a nun was all about prayer. They would gather many times a day to sing and celebrate the glory of God. But it wasn't all songs and contemplation, there was also hard work involved. A life of prayer, working the fields, image credits, a man's...
Do I just take it? Or...
Careful, brother. You wouldn't want to get stung. The bees jealously guard their golden hoard.
I need honey for a remedy. Can you help me?
Of course. Take the honey from the table. I'll gather more for the abbess.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. That's the third. Now for the last.
Mysterious forests. World. Careful when walking into the woods, you might get lost.
Feverfew grows best in full sun. And hopefully far... What does feverfew look like again?
Good morrow, brother. What brings you to the woods?
Good morrow. Do you know where I could gather feverfew or wormwood?
No wormwood left this season. As for feverfew, no small white daisies are what you seek.
Thank you, brother. God bless you. Feverfew grows best in full sun. And hopefully far from the sisters' bees. I have everything I need. Now to mix it.
Raiding the monasteries. Trade and economy. The main goal of Viking raiders was raiding the monasteries. Trade and economy. The main goal of Viking raiders was to make a quick profit. Members of the clergy maintained that the monasteries were the Vikings' favorite targets. But did the Vikings truly single out the monasteries for attacks? Raiding the monasteries. Medieval Scandinavians may not have seen their attacks on monasteries as different from any other raid. New in town and unfamiliar with Christian institutions, the Vikings might not have been able to tell a monastery apart from any other building. Image credits, a drone view of the site of the Abbey of Lindisfarne, with later ruins, England, contemporary, copyright Ubisoft.
Sister Winifred brought me the recipe from the scriptorium. And now, I am delighted to discover you know the use of the mixing bench, too. Would that God had sent you to me sooner? The infirmary would be in far better shape.
I spent many summers mixing poultices for the townsfolk in Canterbury.
Then I shall observe, and hopefully learn some new tricks of my own. What was the first ingredient in Sister Winifred's remedy?
Manure, from the stables. Earwax, from the abbess. Ale, from the kitchens.
The first ingredient is double brewed ale.
Which two ingredients did you gather in the forest?
Feverfew and honey.
It was feverfew and honey to ease the throat.
What did Sister Winifred suggest you substitute for the final ingredient?
A hair from a pig's snout. Dust from a relic. A kiss from the dust from a relic.
Dust from a relic is said to cure many ills. There. Done. This should ease Brother Oswin's pain. Here, brother, drink this. It will ease your pain.
Thank you, brother. I can feel it working already. How fortunate I am that God sent you in my time of need.
Rest now. Soon you'll be back on your feet.
Brother Ealric, you must come at once.
What's the matter, brother?
Do you not hear the bells? The abbess requires your presence at chapel immediately.
I'll go as soon as I'm done helping Brother Oswin.
No, you must go now. Hurry!
I hope the abbess will tell me what's going on. What is happening?
Come with me, Brother Ealric. The heathens are on their way, and we must secure the relics before they approach.
Then we shall all flee together?
No, brother. The others prepare to fight. Collect the reliquary, please.
Forgive me, blessed saints, but I must carry you from your place of rest.
Take the relic to your father. Our families may share no love, but we are of a mind when it comes to the Lord. He will know what to do.
That man is a stranger to me.
As was our Lord Jesus Christ when he died on the cross for our sins. Help often comes from unexpected hands, brother. Now, follow quickly. Into the catacombs. Remain swift and silent.
Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
Monasteries, many roles. Daily life. Early medieval monasteries were far more than just religious centers. Monasteries played a major role in the economic, political, and social fabric of medieval society. Press cross learn more. Press circle close. Press triangle hide. Use right stick to look. Image credits. On liquid gold. World. Honey attracts flies, and apparently Vikings too. Press.
Honeymoon referred to the Scandinavian practice of giving newlyweds a moon cycle's worth of mead. Which is too much mead. But honey was valued by Angles and Norsemen alike. It was then vital for the developers to represent the beekeeping practice as faithfully as possible. Depending on each region's real flora, fields of flax seeds, poppies, and heather were designed and implemented by modelers and level artists. The flowers used as a seamless way to guide players through their environment. The beehives, seen from afar, also act as a natural marker. You might say a beacon, and are surrounded by NPCs collecting the honey. Sorry about the beacon thing.
War on liquid gold. Call mount. Magic and medicine. Religion and magic. The Church considered magical beliefs pagan and evil, and forbade their practice. However, monks and nuns still believed in magical creatures like elves, and these beliefs continued to influence Christian medicine. Press cross learn more. Magic and medicine, Bald's Leech Book. Image credits,